All right, you're rolling.
All right. Circleville is a city in and the county seat of Pickaway County, Ohio, United States, along the Scioto River, 25 miles south of Columbus. The population was 13,314 at the 2010 census. The city is best known today as the host of the Circleville Pumpkin Show, an annual festival held since 1903 in Murder.
That's one of the best podcasts ever. Ever. Top 5 dead or alive.
Caviar. I'm your host, Tony, and the Ministry of Silly Talks Graham is in the building. And today we have a doozy of an episode.
I'm excited about
Pretty awesome.
Yep.
Whoa, if I don't choke to death. Wow.
Those burritos.
Those burritos, yeah. Those burritos were banging. I had to wait 20 fucking minutes for them, but
jeez.
Yeah, Sonic is weird. Anyway. Shout out to breakfast burritos, first of all.
Yeah, I love breakfast burritos as a concept, a record label, and a crew.
And shout out to Shirt Caviar. The shirt, I'm going to start doing a shirt of the episode. So this shirt of the episode is Rose-Headed Hoe.
I love it.
It is on sale for $10 on shirtcaviar.com. It's being printed and shipped by a company from Florida. I forget the name right now, but I'll shout them out in the future. They did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time I've had them print something and then ship it, and I like the quality, and it feels great. So check it out.
Absolutely.
Amazing. This
Can't recommend shirtcaviar.com enough.
Yeah. This is starting to sound more and more like, the less we drink, the more it sounds like NPR.
It does. It does seem to bring a different energy, but the sheer number of episodes we've done incredibly drunk.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any harm in having a few that are a little more down to earth there.
Yeah. Well, let's get into this case. In 1976, several Circleville, Ohio residents began receiving strange letters detailing personal information about their lives. Bus driver Mary Gillespie was accused of a supposedly non-existent affair with the superintendent of schools. The writer told Mary that he/she had been observing her house and knew she had children. It was postmarked Columbus, Ohio, but had no return address. Within 8 days, Mary received a similar letter. She kept the letters to herself until her husband, Ron, received one as well. The letter stated that if Ron did not stop his wife's affair, his life would be in danger. So,
jeez.
Yeah, already. Yeah. This thing went from 0 to 100.
Quite mysterious.
Yeah.
I wish I had the X-Files music on deck.
Right. Yeah. Oh, no. We talked about it last night, but it was Unsolved Mysteries, because this was actually on Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah.
Oh, God, I forgot we did all that on that one.
Yeah.
That episode may never see the light of day.
It may not.
If it has,
it might be like a B-sides.
Previously unreleased.
Right, yeah. After 2 weeks, the writer threatened to go public with the affair allegations, broadcasting it on TV, CB radios, and billboards. Mary and Ron only told 3 people about the letters: Ron's sister, her husband Paul Freshauer, and Paul's sister. Mary had some ideas about who might be sending the letters. They decided to have Paul write letters to the suspect, claiming that they know who he or she was. The plan seemed to work. The letters stopped for several weeks. And that's it. Thank you for listening to Pod Caviar. Yeah, that's fucking creepy music right here, bro.
Yeah, no, in case the episode
so-
doesn't see the light of day, we definitely discussed the deep-rooted horrors of this music from
Yeah.
your childhood. Yeah, it was very difficult to go to sleep when this music came on.
Yeah, because they were unsolved mysteries, and they were always done. The dramatizations were done in graphic detail, and it was even about aliens, abduction, ghosts, serial killers that went from house to house and just went from town to town.
Oh, yeah.
And then nobody knew who these people were.
Yeah.
Men who kidnap kids.
Oh yeah, they did
all
all
that
kinds
shit.
of stuff.
Yeah.
People whose houses were broken into.
Yeah.
and babies snatched in the night.
Right.
Yeah.
That shit too. It's like
all of that,
God
all the way
damn.
to like Bigfoot and aliens
Right.
and ghosts and
It
shit.
was a full spectrum show.
Yeah.
It went from everything.
But they just wanted to make sure you knew when it started that you were in for some real creepy shit.
Yeah, you were in. Yeah.
I don't know who composed this music, but it is definitely directly out of some 90s nightmare.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Probably Freddy Krueger, most likely. Let's see, where are we? So the letter stopped for several weeks, and they thought that everything was good. You know, it's one of those weird things. You're like, oh shit, that was weird. Okay, whatever. But everything changed in August 19th, 1977, when Ron received a phone call from the alleged writer. The call seemed to confirm Ron's suspicions on the identity of the writer. He grabbed his gun and left in his pickup.
Wow.
Yeah, even though the writer claimed to be watching the truck. No, wait, he went and got his shit and chased after the writer, even though the writer said they were watching the truck. A few minutes later, Ron was found dead in his pickup truck.
Wow.
Yeah, crashed into a tree.
Jeez.
Yeah, if this hasn't gotten strange by now, trust me, it gets stranger. Investigators later learned that Ron had fired at least one shot from his gun before crashing. Sheriff Dwight Radcliffe questioned and eliminated at least one suspect in the case. He then ruled Ron's death an accident, claiming that he lost control and crashed while driving drunk.
Jeez. Even though was direct, he got the phone call, figured he knew who he was looking for.
Right.
Left and then was found dead in his car.
Yeah.
Was there any other mysterious goings-ons with the autopsy or anything? Or?
Not with the autopsy in itself, but there was some speculation of a cover-up. It goes on to say, however, several residents soon received letters stating that Sheriff Radcliffe had been involved in a cover-up. According to Paul, Sheriff Radcliffe initially agreed that the death was a result of foul play. However, he allegedly changed his mind when the suspect passed the polygraph test. Ron's blood alcohol level was 0.16, which was twice the legal limit.
That's pretty drunk.
Yeah, that's drunk as fuck. However,
we would know, folks.
However, many of Ron's friends and family were surprised by this. They did not think that he was a heavy drinker, so many twists and turns. Mary and the superintendent later acknowledged a relationship.
Jeez.
Remember, the first letter that was sent to her said that they knew about the affair, and then the superintendent and Mary had denied it.
Of course.
So now they came out and said that they were having a relationship, although they claimed that it did not start until after the letters were sent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so what, they got the idea from the letters?
Yeah, that's pretty much what they were trying to say. Like, well, we weren't doing it, but we sat down one night and we thought about it. And,
yeah, we were like, oh, we better fuck.
All of a sudden, his thing was out, and I just wanted to get it in me.
Yeah.
That's
Holy jeez, I wanted to lick him.
Yeah. Oh, man. In February of 1983, Mary was harassed along her bus route. The letter writer apparently began placing threatening signs next to the road. One day, Mary had enough and decided to go and rip the sign down. When she did, she discovered a booby trap designed to kill her.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
God damn.
Yeah. The trap.
How old was the Unabomber when this was going on?
I don't know. This was in 77, so yeah.
I'm going to continue because I'm going to definitely try and correlate these two things.
The trap had a box which contained a small pistol. If Mary had pulled the sign off at a certain way, the gun would have fired.
Oh, Ted Kaczynski was born in 1942. He definitely would have been an adult.
Oh, shit, yeah.
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 Getting,
Yeah.
running himself up, because that the MO
man, I mean,
booby trapping the signs.
But yeah, but at the same
It
time,
also doesn't seem like he would give a shit about
no,
that.
I don't think he gives a shit about the people of Circleville, Ohio.
No,
Nah.
probably not.
Nah.
Yeah. Seems unlikely.
It says that an amateurish attempt was made to rub off the serial number on the gun. When lab tests were able to raise the number, it was determined that the gun had belonged to Paul Freshour, who had recently separated from Ron's sister. Paul, however, claimed that the gun had been stolen. It goes no mention to say whether he reported it stolen or not. On February 25th, 1983, Sheriff Radcliffe asked Paul to meet with him and take a handwriting test. He asked Paul to try and copy the handwriting from the letters. Sheriff Radcliffe also had him write the letters while repeating them verbally. After the test, Paul took Sheriff Radcliffe to his garage and showed him where he kept his gun. Afterwards, the two returned to the courthouse where Paul was arrested and charged with attempted murder.
Murder.
On October 24th, 1983, he went to trial for the attempted murder of Mary Gillespie. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Was any of this evidence related to the handwriting test? Like, was the sheriff convinced that this guy was the one harassing them?
Yeah, I believe that when they said, and I think it says it somewhere down here at the bottom. Well, no, it's about to talk about it because they go into the trial. So hold on. He went on trial for attempted murder of Mary Gillespie. Although he was never charged with writing the threatening letters, they became a crucial part of the evidence against him. A handwriting expert testified that Paul was the letter writer. So, yeah, when he met with the sheriff, he did the handwriting test, and the sheriff thought that he had him. I mean, it was his gun. He did the handwriting test that they did the fucking whatever and said that he was the one that wrote the letters. They didn't. I don't know why they didn't give him a polygraph test. It's not admissible in court, but the one suspect that the sheriff did previously, they gave him or her a polygraph to find out who shot the other guy,
right.
Ron or whatever the fuck.
And then, but that person passed the
right.
polygraph.
That person passed. Yeah. So I'm like, well, if you thought that Paul was the guy, give him a handwriting test and a polygraph just so you can know without a shadow of a doubt whether he was it or not. But
yeah.
I don't know. Mary also testified that she believed that he was the writer of that he was the writer after his wife visited her with the same suspicion. Paul's boss also testified that he was not at work on the day that the booby trap was found. Paul had an alibi for most of the day. However, he never took the stand in his defense. Proclaiming his innocence, he was convinced in giving a 7 to 24-year sentence.
Wow.
That's a wide-ass range.
Yeah.
That's crazy. While there, he himself received letters from the writer determined to keep him there.
Jesus.
So he got tried and sent to jail for attempted murder.
And for potentially being this guy who's writing these letters.
That he got letters while he was in there from the writer saying, I'm going to keep you in there, you son of a bitch, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Others still received letters postmarked from Columbus, even though he was in prison in Lima.
Jesus.
Even though he was in solitary confinement, the letters kept arriving.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I think you got not quite an open and shut case there, Sheriff.
You would think that after that, they'd be like, hey, man, we just let this guy out. But no, he didn't get out until December 1990. Oh,
God
no.
damn.
No, hold on. Paul became eligible for parole in December of 1990. He was denied parole due to the letters that he received.
What did they think he wrote him himself? You know what I bet it was? I bet they assumed, because they'd already convicted him of the crime.
Yeah.
In order to not have to let him out, they were probably just like, oh, well, he's in cahoots with the guy who writes the letters, and the guy's writing letters as like a red herring.
I mean, I get that.
That's the only reasonable explanation I could come up with why they would deny his parole as a result of him getting letters that he did not write.
Right.
You know?
He didn't get out until 1994.
I think it was the sheriff.
It might have been. Paul was finally paroled. He continues to maintain his innocence. However, the author of the letters has never been revealed.
Wow.
Journalist Martin Yant has investigated the story and found another possible suspect that could be the writer. He also discovered that 20 minutes before Mary found the booby trap, another bus driver on Mary's route had seen a suspicious man standing next to a yellow El Camino. The man was at the same spot where the trap would later be found. Yant found that the possible suspect's brother owned the same type of car. The description does not match Paul, and he had a solid alibi at this specific time. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of layers back here. For some reason, Paul failed the handwriting test, but he was charged with writing the letters. He was charged with attempted murder, but they saw somebody else, the brother, standing next to an El Camino. The description didn't fit Paul. He didn't take a stand. He didn't take the stand in his defense. He had a strong alibi. I'm thinking Paul maybe took a charge for this other guy.
Yeah, it sounds like
something.
It. Yeah. Although then, if he knew the other guy, well, I guess maybe that was like I was saying. Maybe that was their suspicion that him writing him, and then that guy did him the favor, or was trying to do him the favor of continuing to write the letters.
That's probably what happened. To be honest with you. That seems to be the most plausible thing. The other thing that they said, let's say he had a strong alibi. While Unsolved Mysteries was filming this story, they received a postcard, apparently from the letter writer. It read, "Forget Circleville, Ohio. Do nothing to hurt Sheriff Radcliffe. If you come to Ohio..."
It was the sheriff.
Yeah. If you come to Ohio...
I'll fucking kill you. By the way, that sheriff sure is handsome.
Right. Best sheriff ever in the history of America. You better not lay a fucking finger on him.
Yeah.
If you come to Ohio, you El Sickos will pay. The Circleville writer. Oh my God! The original air date for this episode.
Doing bad movie titles.
Right. The air date for the Unsolved Mysteries episode was November 11th, Veterans Day, 1994. Sheriff Dwight Radcliffe and Mary Gillespie declined to be interviewed for the story. Although not mentioned in the segment, Paul allegedly admitted to Sheriff Radcliffe that he had written between 40 and 50 of the Circleville letters. Okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Paul did.
He said he wrote the letters?
40 and 50 of the Circleville letters. Damn, so how many of it?
Yeah,
was
goddamn. That must have been a lot of letters.
Right.
Especially if he's using that to minimize his participation.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, well, I only wrote 50 of them.
Yeah, I only wrote like 40 or 50 of them, bro. I don't know about all this rest of this shit. I didn't booby trap anything.
It's like Bundy being like, no, I only killed 20 of those women.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm like, no, those other bitches, no, I don't know about those.
I don't know about them. That was somebody else. That's some other guy. Why are you guys being so hard on me?
Let's see. There's more. However, the Circleville writer did write a postcard to the Unsolved Mysteries P.O. box after he or she was broadcast. Their identity remains unrevealed. Since this case has been broadcast, however, Paul Freshour, who maintained a blog for several years, passed away in 2012, never knowing the identity of the Circleville writer. It's probably him.
Right.
However, recent
with the sheriff.
Right. Recent information uncovered by Martin Yat and others has suggested that there were at least 3 letter writers involved in this case.
Makes sense.
And this says none of whom were Paul. Wow. One was believed to be the son of the superintendent, who Mary had an affair with.
That would make sense.
The second was believed to be a co-worker who was infatuated with Mary. That's weird. Possible, yeah. The third was believed to be Paul's ex-wife, Ron Gillespie's sister. It is believed that the ex-wife's boyfriend was the man seen next to the El Camino on the day that the booby trap was discovered. One of her relatives had owned that type of car at the time. Despite the evidence, the police still maintain that Paul was the Circleville writer.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to have to go back and actually do the groundwork on that.
Yeah.
Because that thing's a fucking mess.
It is.
And it's wild, too, though, that it's like such an elaborate undertaking in an effort to stop these two people from banging and to torture the guy who was married to the woman, and then you send a guy to prison. It seems incredibly convoluted. I definitely, if I was the sheriff of that tiny of an area, I'd be like, I think I'm gonna get back to seeing who broke the windows at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
I have time for
I don't have time for this shit, man.
Yeah,
we got a guy. Fuck it, he's in jail.
I don't want to start getting letters.
Yeah, I definitely don't want
fucking up my life too, man.
They also covered this story on Drunk History.
Interesting. I don't remember that.
So
one.
yeah, I didn't remember seeing it on there either. I got to go back and check that out.
I think that shows went on for quite a while after I kind of lost interest in it.
Actually, yeah,
there was definitely a point where I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, and the reenactments were funny, but it was pretty one-dimensional.
Yeah. After a while, it started sounding like one of our podcasts.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah, so, and that was the thing too. Eventually, it just kind of got like kind of dark.
Yeah, it got real weird.
Watching this guy travel around and get like comedians so drunk that they'd barf. Yeah, and then like making them do history interviews. It was weird.
Tell stories about history. Yeah,
it was really funny initially in its inception, but it did eventually get kind of dark. Not unlike our drinking on the podcast.
Yeah.
I wake up Monday morning and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? You know what? Let's hear what I said yesterday.
Yeah, let's play that back and see whether it was good or not. Yeah. And then we're like, well, okay, we survived another week.
Yep,
so
we towed that line again.
Oh, yeah. I guess the comedians, when they did it on Drunk History, they were saying that they speculated that Mary Gillespie, the bus driver, had been was behind the letters, getting the stories about the neighbors from the kids on the bus route, and stealing Paul's gun to use it at an attempt on her life to throw off investigators.
It would.
I mean,
yeah. I guess. Well, there's so many. The ends are so loose and frayed of this story.
Yeah, because the one guy, what was the guy Ron? He got killed. And he fired his gun at somebody. Well, who did he? I guess he got the call, and then he was talking to whoever it was, and he was like, "Son of a bitch, I know who you are."
He probably was drunk too. That's why he reacted the way he did.
Yeah. So
weird.
Damn. That's it. I mean, that is the story. That is the end of the story for real.
That shit is wild.
That shit is crazy. When I first heard about it, I read it, and then I was like, "No, we're gonna look into this in depth in the podcast." It's definitely got added to the slate, but I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with aliens, conspiracy. Yeah, but on a much smaller scale.
Yeah.
This is a small town. This is an interesting small town story.
Yeah, and it's one of those weird things too, where you like take this event and put it in that sort of backdrop. It becomes even more mysterious because you're like, to what end?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like, what are y'all talking about? First, Mary and the superintendent were like, "No, we're not having an affair," and they're like, we totally were having an affair, but
we did it because of the letters.
Yeah, because of the letters is why. And see, that just, man, I mean, why? Like, why? Yeah. Who is it? Who would be the one to really get the short end of the stick between Mary and the superintendent fucking? That's where the start of everything happened. That was the nexus or the original cause of the letters. So you got letters going out to everybody. So who would know? Maybe it was the superintendent's son.
Yeah.
Maybe it was. Fuck, I don't know. No, man,
it's got the kids on the bus.
It might, yeah. and Mary might have been. It might have been Mary and the superintendent. Be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then they got rid of Ron, her husband. So she was fucking the superintendent, and then her husband got killed, and then Paul went to jail, and then I don't know.
Paul's not the superintendent, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No. He's not the superintendent.
Okay. That's wild. Mm-hmm. That's a real wild one. Well, we're at 23 minutes. I mean, if there's any, you can talk about whatever you want if you like.
Okay,
or if you want to fill some time, or you can wrap it up.
Fill some time, do something.
I've been dying to do this. Let's see. There we go.
Yeah, it is.
Do that. Nobody knows who wrote the letters. Probably that lady.
Small town horror. Small town horror. Small town horror. Who wrote the letters? Who wrote the letters? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But we know, because we solved it. We solve cases. We should have an investigative fucking firm, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That should be one of our movies that we make. We just go around and like be like investigators.
Yeah, and just draw wild conclusions, right? And ignore big swaths of evidence.
Oh,
and just be like, this is what happened.
Yeah, no, this is totally what happened. I don't give a shit about that.
That'll
evidence.
be $250,000.
Yeah, and that's how we fucking
it's no worse than being like a psychic medium.
Yeah, that dumb shit. Yeah. Anybody in the audience got anybody in that's sick? I'm hearing an S. Sam, Samantha.
Yeah. Someone's like, I know somebody named Sam.
Oh, my grandfather's name is Sam. Yeah. Oh, he's talking to me right now. He says he loves you.
Was your grandfather old? He's telling me he was older than you.
He did something for his country. He was either working at a factory for a war effort, or he was in the military.
He was a mailman, and then they start crying.
Yeah.
I'm glad that shit isn't on TV anymore.
It was so fake, dude. Yeah. It's so fake,
and it was horrifying.
It seemed like a parody. It seemed like a real parody.
Yeah. Well, and when people started suing that guy, that was when he started being like, it's just for entertainment.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, okay.
Yeah.
So you think that fucking with people like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's a two
and South Park banged that out too, you know. Yeah. Because South Park was like, well, then people shouldn't do it, and they were
a double-edged
like,
sword, yeah.
But they were even like, yeah, but you're like fucking with people's like the most sacred thing people have is like the hope that their loved ones who've died, they'll get to see them again.
Yeah.
And you don't actually have any credible evidence that that's the case.
It was him. It was that woman, that psychic woman that was always on Montel Williams.
Yeah.
Remember that bitch?
Oh yeah.
She got sued too because she was the one that was the one that when South Park did it with Cartman, he was like fashioned after her because they were asking her to help solve like crimes about missing people and shit. Yeah, and she was full of shit.
Yeah, and she was real obtuse too. She wasn't. She didn't even do it like I can't remember that other guy's name, the white dude who would do it, where he would like put his hand up against the side of his head. He would act like he was that lady who used to be on Montel. Like somebody would be like, "Oh, what is he asking about?" And she'd be like, "Your grandfather says move on."
Yeah, let's look her up.
Yeah,
let's do that. This is just I don't know, man. I don't. This is all shit that in the future we're going to parody all this stuff. The telethon is still happening.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is going to be unbelievable. The movie is happening. We just did some rewrites of the story. I'm going to focus more on Sylvia Brown. That's that bitch, yeah.
Yep. Oh, she died in 2013. I didn't realize that. Yeah. I thought maybe they put her in prison.
No.
Occupation, self-described psychic.
But yeah, the movie is coming along.
And I guess it even mentions here that she fucking lied about helping on missing persons cases.
Yeah, that's what South Park had referenced that.
You got to be a real fucking sociopath to do something like that.
Yeah,
there's no question about that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you fall for it, it's kind of on you because you're dumb as hell. Like if you're
it goes both ways.
If I was the mayor of any place where the police department had hired that lady, I would fire everyone involved.
Every single last person that had something to do with that.
Yeah,
they should have sent her to Circleville.
Yeah, and then I'd have planted drugs on her and put her in jail.
Yeah,
like what in the fuck is going on here?
Like, oh, this psychic right here? No, she's just on cocaine, and we found a lot of it in her trunk.
Exactly.
Like a fucking lot of it.
Yeah, we found a 5-gallon bucket full of cocaine in her trunk.
Yeah, we found a whole fucking tub of it. Like, literally in her hotel room, the tub is filled with cocaine.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you going to do with this cocaine? And she's like, well, that's just my share of the cocaine. I'm like,
it's personal use.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not distribution. No, this is mine.
Yeah. No, this 50 pounds of cocaine is for personal use. No, I would have put her away.
Yeah.
That's enough.
She got to go.
But yeah, you got to really be... I mean, it's ballsy on her part.
Did she ever go to jail?
It doesn't necessarily say that she went to jail, but she definitely...
She got sued, though,
Yeah,
right?
she got sued a bunch.
But I don't...
False
if she didn't
predictions.
charge people... I don't think there's a crime there.
She went on Larry King in 2003 and proclaimed that she would die at the age of 88. She died in 2013 at the age of 77. See, listen to this. In November of 2004, Brown told the mother of kidnapping victim Amanda Berry, who had disappeared 19 months earlier, she's not alive, honey. Brown also claimed that Berry was in water and that she had visions of Berry's jacket in the garbage with DNA on it. Berry's mother died 2 years later, believing her daughter had been killed. Berry was found alive in May of 2013. What a bitch.
Christ.
Like, just what a horrible human being.
Fuck?
The following day was Brown...
That was a bottom tier fucking person right there.
Oh, yeah. And in 2006, when that mine collapsed in West Virginia, it says that
I remember that shit.
Yeah, she said nobody was alive, even though a bunch of them survived.
A bunch of them did survive,
John Oliver roasted her. This is just fraud conviction. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they got 1 year of probation, and she did 200 hours of community service.
Probably fucking reading palms at the fucking community fair or some shit.
Yeah.
Man, have you ever talked to those people that come with at the fair? Those psychic people?
I've always wanted to, but I'm always like, I don't want to give you $20.
Yeah, but they are bloodhounds, dude.
Of course.
And then you tell them no, they get pissed off at you. It's it's like a light version of the movie Thinner. Have you seen that movie? Dude, fuck.
Yeah. Kari Werker's in that. She played the hot gypsy in that movie. She was only in a few. She was in Sliders after they killed the professor in that show Sliders. She came in. She was around for a very little while. Yeah. But I was at a very developmental age when she came out, so I remember who she is.
That's how that works.
Yep. But I have to imagine too, though, if you're engaged in some shit like that, like using psychic powers and stuff, that there's a little bit of intimidation involved. Like there's a little bit, you kind of have to take command of the situation a little bit to make the person participating feel uneasy about asking questions.
Yeah.
I have to imagine that's part of it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't go to the fair to get my fucking palm read. My future. I don't give a shit.
I'm going to eat poison and ride dangerous ass rides.
Yeah, like, are you shitting me? No, I'm here to put my life in danger and sit down with my funnel cake and watch the people on the jet skis do their little tricks and shit.
Oh yeah,
that's what I want.
Yeah, I want the big turkey leg. That's the only reason I go every year.
Those turkey legs are fucking. Listen, fair food in general. I've said this many times before. People in this area are like, there's nothing ever to do here. I'm like, well, make the fair all year long.
Oh yeah,
and then you can have different themes for it.
Yeah,
and
turn
then
that thing into like an amusement park.
Yeah,
Put
that's what
like
I'm saying.
2 or 3 roller coasters there. Yeah, and keep those food stands
you have
open.
Concerts there. You could still do your animal shows. But you always have something. It's like the Santa Monica Pier, but like down here.
Yeah, no, it'd be a good idea.
Yeah, but they don't. I don't know who to get in touch with. I don't know. I'm not at that age to where like pursuing shit like that during my days.
Well, I'm not old and I don't vote in that county, so I don't think they listen to me.
I don't really give a damn. I'm not part of their constituency, so but it's a great idea and it would work because I would go down there like every fucking weekend.
Yeah, I would definitely get a wild hair up my ass and be like, you know what I want? Giant turkey leg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck it. Let's go.
We're at 32 minutes.
That's good.
I'll call it a podcast.
Yeah, let's do that. This has been episode 6 of season 4 of Pod Caviar. Again, if you haven't subscribed, you're fucked. If you haven't bought from shirtcaviar.com yet, you're fucked. If you haven't subscribed to the One Gram Army podcast, you're fucked. If you haven't subscribed to Game Caviar, you're fucked. If you don't like and share any of this stuff, you're fucked. So, and for those of you who have, thank you.
Yeah,
we appreciate you guys.
Stop being a bitch and come on.
Yeah. The rest of you, you guys are screwed.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
We're tired of listen. The telethon is coming.
Oh yeah,
the movie is being made. We got a lot of great things coming down the pipeline.
You motherfucker, you!
This is the time to get on the train of Caviar Empire and the One Gram Army. This is the time
Ministry
to get
Silly Talk,
on,
all these things that we keep adding.
Yeah, this is the time to be a part of this. So I need you to make a vow of faith for $1,000 right now. Are you sitting there in your car, you're stuck in traffic on your 9-to-5 job, and you're looking for a blessing? Well, I could give you that blessing. All I need for you to do right now is to make a $1,000 vow of faith to the Ministry of Silly Talks on the Caviar Empire. Right now, the lines are open, and that's all you got to do, and it will open your mind and your soul and your life to new things. I see it. I just need that $1,000 vow of faith.
Dude, the very next time we have a weekend like this where we're both free on a Saturday, we're going to do the telethon.
Oh, yeah.
That's the the next time we have one of these days, we're definitely going to do the telethon.
We're definitely doing that shit.
All right, I don't really have anything else.
All right, so thank you for listening. I am Tony, that is Graham, and we are out.